Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's me, it's your boy Chris, aka Wonder Kid Tino, and today is the official 1 year anniversary of Bubblegum's debut. Let's clap it up for Bubblegum, y'all. You know, yeah, man, 1 year, man. Wow, how does it feel like, 1 year? It feels like it's only been like 6 months, but hey man, when you're having fun and once you're doing what you need to do, um, man, time does, fly on by. But yeah, man, it's so far, I mean, it still feels like I'm just getting started. I haven't proved anything just yet, but doing bubblegum, full time, especially like full time on this channel. It has taught me a lot. I would say mainly just on the animation side, just learning and growing on how to get better. And as you get more reps in creating animation, you will see little nuances that are important that will make a good animation that the regular eye, doesn't see at all. Um, it not only comes from reps, but also watching animation, whether you're into anime or regular cartoons you watch on streaming, or for me, I watch a lot of I don't want to say a lot, but I watch like animation superheroes sometimes. Films will help. So once you start to really get into to the cinema of things, then that really helps your you know overall input on creating like a really good animation, and that has helped me so far. I will say that the disadvantages of that is that you know uh, from a mental standpoint, you will put a lot on you than you should have, because from my uh, perspective and what I do, I'm a one man studio. So a lot of times I try to take a little bit of pressure off, because I'm all doing this on my own. So, but that's another thing too. I've learned that you can do a lot on your own, man. If you know how to manage your workload correctly, or manage what what that you're capable of doing. I talked about it, more in depth on my episode talks, episode 8, uh, consistency and discipline, or discipline and consistency. But episode talks 8, I go in a little bit more deep with it. But yeah, man. Shoot, another thing. I just learned that once you stick to the plan, that's when things go really good. A lot of times we tend to deviate off the plan because we think another way is quicker, or another way, in other people's eyes, it seems more, fulfilling for them, but not necessarily for you. So my advice is just to stick with the plan all the way through. Um, Shout out to Troy, this workout guy. He always says just stay in the pocket, and basically that's what you got to do, man. If you have an idea, just stay in the pocket, manage it to a right, manageable size that works best for you, where you can continue to you know not only show up but produce results, and all those things. And that's what I did, with Bubblegum. End up winning a best attendance board, and all that stuff, man. It's been great. Um, all that stuff, man. And I can kind of reflect back on not when I first started doing animation, but when I just started doing art, period. And recently I went through some stuff on my channel because I was trying to just reorganize it. I'm just trying to reorganize it, and I saw, the film that I did. Shout out to Giannis. The film that I did with him. He was the producer of the film and the editor. But looking back on that part, you know what I'm saying? That was almost 8 years ago, maybe 10 years. I think we started 10 years ago, and the last one we did was 8 years ago. Looking back on that and where I was, back then, the type of person I was, and looking back, when I became a visual artist with paintbrush, started to do that back in 2014, and fast forward all the way to where I'm at now. It's a journey, man. It all comes from, I always knew that, I was going to do art in general. I knew that when I was in college and when I took my art class. And once I did that, that's where I knew I wanted to do this, for the rest of my life. And that was just like the core nucleus of, I guess you can say my career identity, per se. So whether it's arts, visual paints, or whatever, acting or whatever, I knew that art was going to be, my thug dizzle. You know what I'm saying? So that never really died off. It never really died off. I mean, there's been some moments where, of course, you go through burnout. Of course, you kind of, somewhat lost the quick little spark, but it never completely just like, oh, I don't want to do, I don't want to do art no more, per se. I would say it did came to that point when I was, mainly looking at, like materialism, but overall, like, yeah, and it never really was just like to the point where I was just like, oh, yeah, nah, and it never really came to that point, to be exact. But yeah, man, it's been cool. Like I said, I'm just getting started, man. But other than that, guys, I would shout out to my new subscribers. I got 88 subscribers. I had 92, but now I got 88. But it's all good. I would do a new subscriber video pretty soon, hopefully this month, Lord's willing, because I am working on a new animation. I told you guys on my post probably about like a month and a half ago that I'm working on a new animation. Particularly this time, it's not going to be Bubblegum focused. I'm taking a break from Bubblegum for a little bit, but I'm working on the new animation, which is me as a cartoon character. I did one a year ago. So now I'm just kind of, I guess you can say, reintroducing me as a cartoon character. It's nothing too layered or too deep. This is just, I'm just trying to be funny, and mainly my main inspiration behind it is just coming from just my own personal life experience. Some of it is school related, some of it is dealing with some girls. You know what I'm saying? Some of it is just just me overall, just laughing at myself. If you know me personally, you know that I'm a goofy kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind laughing at myself. Or whatever. I will roast you. All those things. So yeah. So I will do a subscriber video, but first I'm gonna finish out this little I guess you can call it pilot of this new animation series that I'm working on, just to make people laugh. It's, like I said, it's nothing too serious like how I view Bubblegum, not only as a character but an overall, like project plan. This one on here is just something that is just for fun, because the Bubblegum is fun as well, but with Bubblegum, requires a whole lot of, strategy. This one is just really no strategy. It's just, hey, I'm just having fun, with the animation, hee hee ha ha. And then you're gonna look up Bubblegum's gonna be back. So, but yeah, I do plan on resuming Bubblegum. I do got some stuff in the works right now. It's kind of more hypotheses, um, so to speak. But Bubblegum will be making her return, and all those things. But I just want to take a break. Um, from Bubblegum and from animation for a little bit because yeah, I was starting to get kind of burnt out, and then I had like some other things going on in a 34-year-old man's life that was pretty good, so that I needed to kind of enjoy a little bit. So yeah, so be on the lookout for that. I will show you guys a snippet of the Wonder Kid Tino animation. If you follow my Instagram, you probably saw it already. That was probably like late May, um, and all that. But I will show you guys a snippet and all those things. But yeah, I'm not even going to also I'm not even going to tell you what the new subscriber video is going to be, or celebrating the new subscriber is going to be. I'm gonna keep that a tad bit of a secret. So, but in time, in between time, man. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week, the rest of your day. This video might be uploaded maybe like a couple of days before the actual anniversary date, because I might add some stuff to it, and of course with the editing and all those stuff. So it might be uploaded a little bit after the date, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't on no time schedule, whatever. But just trying to do my due diligence, be consistent as I can be on this channel, as well as for me of what I love to do, what I love to talk about. But other than all that gibber yabber blabber, all that stuff, enjoy the rest of your day, and always remember, if you don't remember anything, Jesus loves you, man. Give your life to him, and yeah. Till then, see you in the next video. Peace. Oh, hi guys. My name is Wonder Kid Tino.